Hello. I'm attempting a quick, succinct video, and you would think I would have written down some subject matter to follow, but I haven't. But it's just to say I'm on day 4 of a high raw, what was I going to say? An attempt is the word that comes to mind, but that sounds like there's room for falling off, and I'm so fed up of falling off. Just been talking to a friend and accountability partner today about the constant falling off from these things, and how soul destroying they are, and how, well, I guess we didn't touch on the fact that the more times you fall off, the less easy it is actually to believe that you can do it, that you can stick to it. My friend is currently actually water fasting. She's amazing, actually. I think she must be up to like day 7 or 8 or possibly 9 days with just water. And it's incredible, and she's doing that to heal diabetes and another autoimmune disorder that she has, and she's contemplating the future. You know, her she's like me. She's been trying for a couple of decades, and personally I've been trying for more than 3 now decades to stick to raw food, and you know, she's done 2, I think, and she's you know, in the throes of this water fast, contemplating the future and trying to imagine whether it's possible to stick to raw food afterwards. And she's talking from the point of view of I don't know that I can spend the rest of my life not eating a particular type of food that she says is her favourite food. And I have the same. I do have the same issue. I have the same issue. I think of myself, you know, my favourite food is curry, but I have many foods that I think about the future and I think, God, can I really go without eating that forever? And I think it's probably a mistake to be thinking about forever at this point. So I'm basically taking it one day at a time, one meal at a time, 1 hour at a time. Like today, it's, what time is it? It must be, it's gone midday, and all I've had to eat today is my ginger shot. I mean, I call it a shot, but it's actually, I think it's 200 ml or possibly even 250 of currently apple and ginger, because I didn't have any lemon when I was making them. But and I'm hungry, and I had no ripe bananas in the house to bring out, and I'm sitting in the car next to some I'll get them, these crisps. They're like what are they? They're seaweed crisps. They're so tasty, but I'm this time determined not to allow myself tiny bits of this and tiny bits of that in terms of the food that I find that I can binge on. So that anything that I can binge on, I'm not even having a little bit, or I'm, you know, that's my plan, because I just feel like it leaves the door open for binging, because that's what I've been doing, you know, for 30 years now. but you know, documenting days, weeks. I don't think I've managed a month while I've been documenting on YouTube, the various attempts, and I haven't YouTubed every attempt, but what I've been doing is starting a challenge, to be raw or to juice or to, whatever, and falling off, a little bit at a time. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that, which turns into quite a bit of this and quite a bit of that, which turns into a full-on binge that can last for an hour, 2 hours, a day, 3 days, a week, and in some cases a few months of just eating whatever. Not whatever, because I remain vegan. I remain vegan. I'm vegan for the animals, so that bit's not difficult. And so, yeah, it's weird. It's a weird concept, the future without. And, I have no problem, actually, being vegan. I've got no problem at all thinking about a future completely devoid of meat when I first gave that up 40 years ago now. Plus, 42 years ago. And I've never had a problem thinking, okay, I'm never going to eat that again. And then it took me a while to get off cheese when I decided to go vegan. I had a few false starts there. But once I had consolidated all the information and the reasons why I was doing it, no issue at all now. I will never eat cheese again, not knowingly, or at least not out of choice. That old question: if you were on a desert island and all that was available was cheese, would you eat it? Then probably I would, if the cheese was there. And if it was on a desert island and all there was to eat was meat, and the meat was there, yes. If I was on a desert island and all that was around me was just other animals, no, I wouldn't kill one to eat one. I'd find whatever the hell they were eating and eat that. Slight digression. So yeah, why is it so hard then to say I will never eat the things that hurt me? I'm carrying at least, I would say, probably 60 pounds of excess weight, probably more. That's directly because of the food that I'm eating, and not the amount of food I'm eating, although the amount doesn't help, but the amount of food that I eat is caused by the type of food that I'm eating. That's what's causing my overeating. It's because I'm eating bread, which I can eat till it's coming out of my ears. I'm eating crisps, which I can eat till they're coming out of my ears. I've once a week quite often been going to the chip shop and buying a fucking great big portion of chips. Well, actually, 2 fucking great big portions of chips and sharing them between 3 people. But making sure that I get my fair share of those, which is way more calories than I need, because it's food that I can eat till it's coming out of my ears. And it makes me eat past comfort levels. If I'm eating a giant salad and it's really, really tasty, I actually don't feel it's certainly not the same. I might finish the bowl of salad because you're supposed to, for your health, to eat that amount of greens in a day, and I might finish it and be too full, but the level of too full is not the same as when I've eaten the same volume of potatoes, especially potatoes deep fried in oil. So yeah, why do I want to eat the food that makes me overeat it? And it's because I'm addicted to it. And I'm sure that people people who do heroin on a regular basis and can't stop doing heroin on a regular basis, also have a problem thinking of a future without it. You know, and heroin will make you dead, and fast food will make you dead. So, you know, it's as dire, and the reasons are as compelling. And I am vegan because I don't want to hurt animals. I'm an animal. So I should really want not to hurt myself. Anyway, that's the kind of conversation that's going on in my head at the moment, along with a whole load of others. But, you know, that one is what's on my mind at the moment is how to make it okay that I don't eat that food anymore. And I think framing it as I'm regaining my health. I'm trying very hard to be really health focused. Yeah, I'm thinking about losing weight because I'm going to get enjoyment out of being thin and wearing a whole load of beautiful clothes that I've got at home that I would love to wear, but that I, you know, even if they were in my size, I would feel like a walking tent. I'm looking forward to wearing all those things and feeling good in them. And yes, that is motivating. I can't deny that. And is that vanity? I don't know. Is it you know, is it vain to think about going to concerts and enjoying yourself? Is it vain to think of going to festivals and enjoying yourself? Is it vain to think of going to the beach and enjoying yourself? You know, wearing nice clothes is enjoyable. So, no, I think it's probably fair for that to be a motivation. But I'm really trying to focus on being healthy, getting rid of, I've got eczema at the moment, and you know, cold sore outbreaks, and my knees are hurting and my wrists are hurting, and you know, I'd love all of that stuff to go away. That's motivating. And something else just occurred to me and I've forgotten what it was. Where was I going? Yeah, I can't remember. It's gone. It's completely gone. But yeah, I'm trying to think of the things that motivate me and focusing on all of these things, eating raw food to get the benefits of the raw food, to get me past all of these health issues, and also to de-addict myself from the foods that are causing the health issues, you know, causing the overweight, causing the inflammation, and that kind of thing. And then we'll reassess. I would like very much to be eating at least a high raw diet, because ongoing it's anti-inflammatory. It's going to keep all these issues at bay. But to frame it as not, I'm 100% raw forever, I will never eat curry. You know, so in my mind I'm thinking, yeah, you know, on Christmas Day maybe I will be having a bit of, you know, roast potatoes and a nut roast and that kind of thing. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be so into the raw diet that I'll do raw versions of everything. But I'm telling myself that it's not forever. It doesn't have to be forever. After I've managed to de-addict myself, because currently I am a binge eater who is addicted to the stuff on which I binge. Maybe when I've de-addicted myself, maybe I can have a little bit of this and a little bit of that if I want to, and try it and see if it causes cravings, and reassess at that point. But not to tell myself that I never can have these things, because the thought of never having all of that stuff is quite upsetting. Cake and what have you. But I love the raw versions of all of that stuff, and I can actually see myself, when I have more time and more energy, which ultimately I'm going to have more time because my kids are growing up, and the thing that is, there's something currently occupying me for a huge portion of all of my days. That situation is sadly at some point going to end, and I will have a whole load of time that I won't know what to do with. So I'll be able to make the raw versions of all the tasty stuff that I miss. Anyway, I did say I wasn't going to ramble, and yet I've managed to go on past a quarter of an hour, so I will bugger off at this point and possibly be back. But yeah, day 4, not doing a challenge with a specific end date. Yeah, basically, this is day 4 of me trying to rid myself of my food addiction and to become a healthy me.